Has your dream taken you to the kind of home you want to live in? With your family? Are you worried about the kind of neighborhood to bring your children up? Does the influence of society and environment matter to you and your family? Are you worried about your health, your early morning joggings, sound of the birds? Does accessibility contribute to your daily activities? If yes, Universal Properties has homes, lands on our estates, property management, and construction, just at the right spots for the most reasonable offer. Our land locations are at Sukuta, Jabang, Brikama Jamisa, Kitty Highway, Sanyang, and Gunjur, on both mortgage and cash payment.
Established far back in 2009, and we are into housing, developing, rent, sales. We are here to make housing affordable, accessible for every Gambian.
Universal Properties, property, the solution.
Hello viewers, you're watching the Youth Dialogue and I am your host, Jana Bosonko. It's always good to be back and wishing you all a happy International World Youth Skills Day. July 20th of each year is celebrated as World Youth Skills Day, and the day is set aside to recognize the importance of young people with skills. But we have to also realize that this particular World Youth Skills Day is taking place in a pandemic, and this particular pandemic has caused the closure of Tibet schools, and it's very difficult to have young people go to school and learn some of these skills, which is absolutely very difficult. We hope that this pandemic ends soon, because it's really affecting entrepreneurship. It's affecting how young people are able to acquire skills, because there are certain skills that you cannot do online. You cannot use Zoom and other forms of online platforms that people can use to learn. So these are things that you have to be present to be able to learn them. So we hope that this pandemic ends soon, so that our young people that want to acquire skills will be able to go to school and acquire skills, because the more that young people acquire skills, the more independent they are and contribute to the development of the Gambia. So if you've been following me on social media, you would realize that I went to Janjanbureh. It was an exciting trip. On Facebook, we saw somebody gave a recommendation that, Jana, but we want you to recognize rural youth. And the next minute, I was together with that particular individual in CRR Janjanbureh. We also have young people in CRR farming, female constructors, and all of them are in this particular insert that you are about to watch. You will enjoy this. You will definitely enjoy it. Young people in rural Gambia have a lot to offer. So let's take a look at this. When we come back, we will get to take a look at more young people that are into skill. We have Aissatou Yabo, an insert of Aissatou Yabo. She's both a model and a person that does carving. You know, a woman, such a male-dominated area, having a woman do this. We also have Ndeye Awa. She's the one that, she's called the Moringa woman. She's the one that transformed Moringa into different products. So this is the lineup for this episode. I believe that you will be able to enjoy it as much as you can. Happy International Youth Skills Day once again. Let's take a look at that insert. When we come back, the show continues.
Well, I started doing this since I was going to primary school. That was in 96 up to date, because normally I joined with my father to do the rice cultivation. So yeah, in Janjanbureh here we have in 3 areas that we normally cultivate rice. One is presently where we are. Here is called Faraba. The other one is called Nyandale. Currently that one is under expansion project, and the other one is in Apatoto, which is at the outskirts of the town.
Did you combine education and farming? And if that is the case, tell us how that experience was for you.
I combine both together. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, I'm a teacher by profession. I did my PTC and my HTC. So, but during this last COVID-19 break, which was pronounced on the 18th of March, up to date, so I decided to join with my father before going to Combo, so that we can cultivate rice in Janjambure here. We could have cultivated 4 plots, which we have already harvested, and the total number of bags that we have harvested is more than 60 bags. We have already transported, and the rice is inside our stores in the town. Farming, as you can see, farming is very, very important in the country. As you know, in the Gambia here, agriculture is the backbone, is the main pillar of our economy. So for me, the advice that I have for youth, let us try and engage ourselves into agriculture. As we can see, that's the only thing that can salvage this country. Because as we can see, this COVID-19, every Gambian youth should learn from it. Because the things that are coming from the outside, they are all stopped. Right now, this rice, if you cultivated this rice and you harvest it and you take it inside your house, and then you dry it and then you take it to the milling machine, you can use it for 6 months without buying a bag of rice from the market. The important is that having a skill and at the same time as an educator is very, very important, because one, you will be self-employed. You will not be dependent on anybody. Whatever you want to do, you can do it for yourself without depending on others. You encounter so many challenges. One is the fertilizer is our problem. 2, water. Because this thing you are seeing here, when it is due for transplanting, we have to pay $1,000 to supply our furrow. That one is for only water. And then fertilizer also, if you want to apply fertilizer in these plots here, as we are standing here, you have to buy 2 or 3 bags. That's compound, 15-15, and urea. That's the 2 fertilizers that you have mixed and then you apply in your furrow. And the other one also is when it is time for harvesting. You know, as you can see, rice are harvested, they are lying down there. But the problem is we don't have threshing machine that will be used to thresh our rice. We use our own labor, human power. We use barrel to thresh our rice, which is very, very, very tedious. We find it very, very, very difficult. At times, we have to hire people to come and trace us. We pay them per plot $1,000, which is very, very expensive. The message is that I have for the youth, let us all try, by all means, we engage ourselves into agriculture. Agriculture is a very, very, very lucrative business. Not only rice cultivation or poultry rearing or animal husbandry. There are other things that you can do. You can do banana plantation, you can do horticulture. They are all part of agribusiness that you can use it and then you salvage yourself from the poverty where we are in. Happy World Youth Skills Day.
Akumayata la ñing contrat ko ina bellem tel bijani musol le bijani kewol sa entelta ali akumayata bakala do ko ñi parce que ni ngano jam bita dula do te ben samala dula jamala do munni jambankili akumayata nte fe wolti kay ali
alke keke funding ke musodi yetara siri ñim fanna la gambe jang alike mon kole ya kol so mo yalan ko alike itaki nina da funding ke wala nyaato tala akumayata le de kadun dogo afintira dawda ni moltaji akumayata le parce que aka mol bondi bata ko le te mobe man ke tamalati mobe te tamanola fon se nyoma ko nakata ko la ni ku jama akumayata le kadu ise tara siri nete dogo so tolo kadu ni office kono dogo mobe ta keno te tamadula mobe te tamanola ni be siri e bulo la nyoka wote na faso tolo ita so be mundile la wula te ni edi mbaso de ta so de be mundila sa mecho isitano la ni ano dawda mecho bullo mecho sifa jama isa keno le ade
Welcome back, viewers. If you're just tuning in, you are watching QTV Youth Dialogue. And just to remind you that this particular program is sponsored by Universal Properties. Universal Properties, thank you so much for believing in us and sponsoring this particular show. We're calling on other sponsors out there to come on board, because the more sponsors that we have for this particular show, the more we'll be able to do things. So we're calling on all of you to come and support this particular program. The number to call is right in front of you. Call them, negotiate with them, and get to contribute to the Youth Dialogue. And it's the safe space for young people in the Gambia. So like I said before we went for the break, I have Aissatou Yabos insert. She is a very strong woman. You know, she is a model. She does carving as well, and she does even other stuff that we weren't able to capture. This is a very strong woman, and according to her, having a skill that is carving has made her extremely independent. She's very independent, and the work that she's doing is, of course, paying the bills. So let's take a look at Aissatou Yabo, and I know she'll be able to inspire a lot of young people out there. At some point, I'm considering starting a business. I've been saying this for a very long time, but I know I'll venture into entrepreneurship someday, because entrepreneurship is the real deal. Let's take a look at that. When we come back, we will get to have Ndeye here to talk to us about her journey as a young entrepreneur.
I realized that carving is only usually done by men, and I felt like I needed to bring a difference into the artistic, world or something like that. So that's why I joined my friend and partner, Abla Njai, who taught me how to carve, to start producing beautiful artwork for people to enjoy and appreciate. Actually, I feel very independent, and I feel strong, and I feel like I can advocate for women to show them that what a man can do, a woman can do better. So, and with more care and more compassion, because it is in a woman's nature to care and take and be more innovative. So I thought maybe I could bring competition to Gambia and also help young girls know that you cannot just sit down and expect to make it. You have to explore your chances and opportunities and try and hit the nail on the head to be able to be successful. I feel like it's important to have a skill like this, because with that it makes you you're diverse. When you're diverse, you have more chances to explore different things, and you would know which opportunity can make you a better person in life, or an idol for people to look up to. As for me, I want to advocate for girls. I want people to look up to me and know that if they come to me, I can help them or guide them or show them that there is more to this life than just, ordinary careers. People are not exploring art as a career. And I feel like if I can create more jobs with this, I can help people, I can teach them. I had this plan eventually to go to an orphanage and also teach the little children there how to carve. And that if I teach them how to carve, it would be like creating more careers, more jobs, more opportunities for different people in the Gambia. In the next 5 years, I plan to have contracts, I plan to also help people, especially girls, because I actually advocate for girls. And then I want people to know that, these are a bunch of youths who made it because they saw opportunities in things that were completely useless in the Gambia. I want girls to look up to me, or to look up to anyone else, or any woman who is really trying hard or pushing in this male-dominated field, to know that what a man can do, a woman can do better, and just go for it.
So apart from this, what do you do?
Apart from this, I also model. I engage in different businesses, like I sell sheep as well. I also wanted to further my education, so I do plan to eventually continue my studies, later on in life. But for now, I'm trying to like build a foundation or an empire for girls to grow. It was very challenging because, to be honest, what a man can do, a woman can do better, but it is difficult. I also had some challenges where people tell me, why is a woman doing this? Go sit down, you're not supposed to do this, let the men do it, let us handle it. And then it actually offends me because they think that I would not be able to do this. But in the end, I prove them all wrong, and then I show them that I can, do what a man can do. And I can also help people through this. Happy International World Youth Skills Day.
Welcome back, viewers, from that short commercial break. If you're just tuning in, you are watching QTV Youth Dialogue. And before we went for the commercial break, I did mention that we're having Ndeye, our Cisse, right here on the show to talk about what she does. I mean, all of you, if you've been following her on social media, she's always displaying her products. She's always attending trainings. I do not go to any training. She's always trying to develop herself, which is a good thing. I would do that. Whenever I go to any program that has to do with young people, entrepreneurship, young people skills going forward, I see her there. So I say to myself, this woman, I think she's very determined, and she's called the Moringa lady. And I think it's very good that her name is attached to what she does. It's simply because she's good at it, and she's changing the narrative when it comes to what young people have to offer. Thank you so much, Awa, for coming.
Thank you so much, Jenna, for having me.
Yeah, and happy International World Youth Skills Day.
Wish you the same.
Yeah, so talk to me about what this particular day means to you as a young person that has skill.
It means a lot because looking at the Gambia in particular and what have been said about youths in the Gambia, so if we should go around and then have a look and then see what we the youths are doing, it will really come to show how we are also trying to play our role in the national development, and that alone speaks volume. Yeah,
so when you take a look at this year's World Youth Skills Day, it's taking place in a pandemic, in a global pandemic. And we all know how this global pandemic really is affecting entrepreneurship, it's affecting skill, because if you take a look at it, TVET schools are closed. Because TVET is something that probably you wouldn't be able to do online effectively.
Exactly.
Yeah, because it requires, hands-on. So we just hope that this particular pandemic ends soon so that young people can go back to learning the skills that they need to take the Gambia to the next level. So now let's talk about the Moringa. It's the most exciting part. How did you start this? I mean, this is just something that grows wild in the Gambia, and people just pass it and be like, oh, this is just Moringa. But you decided to take it, and just transform it into different things. So how did you start this?
For me personally, I think it's something that I have with the Moringa. It was a personal experience that I have with the Moringa, that my family had with the Moringa, and it changed my life for the better. So that was when I looked around and I saw that the problem that I was facing is faced by most of Gambians because of the quality of food we eat. Because if you look at the Gambia, importation rate is very high. We don't know what we eat, and then it plays a big role in our quality of health. So that was when I took it up to myself, and then I started Nature's Gift Care. Nature's Gift Care, it's in a short nutshell, it's like a gift from nature. But basically, you cannot just come and take it raw like that and eat it. So we took it upon ourselves to transform it, add value, put finishes, touch it here and there, to make it presentable, eatable, and consumable for the Gambians. So basically, that's what I have with the Moringa, and it changed my life because I used it to shred a lot of weight. I was weighing 130 kilos at a point. And it changed my life drastically.
When it comes to weight loss.
Weight loss, quality of health. Everybody that knows me knows that I was a hospital type. I was in and out of hospital always because of, the issues I had with my health, and then that had to do with what I was eating. Because in the Gambia, instead of eating natural sugar, we eat refined sugar, we eat condensed milk, this evaporated milk, and we don't know how those things are made. And even when it comes to the tea we take, it's called green tea, but how sure are we that it's green tea? Because something that you can just put in water, within seconds it turns black, and then if you look at the after effect of what you are putting in your systems, you will know that what you are giving your body is not what the body needs. But we have limited options.
Yeah.
So we tend to just go with the flow because we don't have a choice. So my brand is here to change that. We will tell you just eat and be healthy, because we know the products that we are making is 100% natural, and then it has no preservatives, it has no additives.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I need to try the one that has to do with weight loss because the quarantine has made me gain a lot of weight, and I know most of you watching out there have gained a lot of weight during this quarantine.
Yeah.
That is why I decided to bring Meg Foster here to give a lot of tips, but it seems you'll be really helpful as well, because a lot of women are there, people are just sleeping, watching TV because you're advised to stay home, you know, so people gained a lot of weight. So I think this session is going to help me in particular and all the people out there who have gained weight. So what product itself here is the one that helps when it comes to that?
We have different products, because when it comes to weight loss, going to the gym is good, but watching your diet, it's better, because the diet has to contribute with the fat and the calories intake and everything. So when it comes to our brand, when it comes to from snacks, tea bags, honeys that you can use for your smoothies, for your cakes, so everything contributes. So what we are just trying to tell you is that from dusk to dawn, whatever you eat, make sure you count your calories. And then make sure you trick the body to burn the fats that are in your system into energy, because obviously the body needs energy. The body needs sugar to function. So if you don't give it, it has already stored something like fat. So there's a way, some people call it keto diet, but in the Gambia here we don't have that. But there's a way you can trick your body to be eating healthy. A lot of people will starve themselves just because they want to lose weight. If you do that, you're going to develop health complications. If you really want to lose weight effectively, you have to eat healthy, eat at the right time, but know what you eat. So when it comes to the weight loss, we have this, which is the Moringa seed. A lot of people misuse it or they abuse it. And then, especially if you're a first-time user and then you abuse this, you will have phobia. Because what it does is, it can black you out if you misuse it. Why? Because it tends to affect the blood sugar level. So, and then the body needs sugar to function.
At some point, yes.
Good. So if you take it like first time, I'll advise you take one, because what it does is, especially if you're having constipation, it will tend to detox your system. You will feel like you will feel the urge to go to the toilet. And if that happens, that means digestion is taking place. So, and then that means, you know, something good is happening. So, but if you take more than 3 a day, it will bring your blood sugar level down.
Wow, which is bad.
And then you can black out. So that's why a lot of people will say, I have tried it, but you know, I had complications. That's because they used it wrongly. It's not something to be messed with, because it's very powerful.
It has its side effects.
It has side effects. That's the Moringa seed. And then when you finish with that, we also see that a lot of people will eat healthy, but it's not all the time that you want to eat. Sometimes you want to snack. Like when you're in the office, before you close, you feel hungry, and then you want to snack on something, and then maybe you don't have a choice rather than to just go and
buy
junk food. So that's why we have the cashew. It's made with cashew. It has also ginger. You know, ginger. It's good for, you know, weight loss. It has mint leaves. It has cloves, and we also use sugar, which is the morena sugar. It's made from plantain. The sugar cane, sorry. They evaporate it and then they extract the water and they make it into morena sugar. And then we also use coconut milk to add a little bit of taste, make it a little bit of sweeter, because you need energy, especially during the day.
So now, Ndeawa, before we move on, there's a question that people have been asking when it comes to Gambians and Gambians that are involved in transforming certain things into these products that you have. The question is, how do you guys measure? You know, the question is there, how do you guys measure the quantity of what is supposed to be enough for everything? You know, how do you guys do that?
And that's a very good question, because a lot of time I get people asking me, how much should I take of the Moringa? But as you can see, we have different variety of the Moringa. This is the Moringa powder. It's made from the Moringa leaves. You crush it and put it into powder form. But there's a difference between this and this. This cannot be abused with. But this is not a medicine. It's a vitamin supplement because it is compacted with vitamin A, E, C, magnesium, potassium, zinc, iron, minerals. It's so full of it.
Okay.
Taking half a teaspoon a day can make you have balanced diet.
Okay.
So, and which is very good. So, you know, you cannot have overdose of something good, but too much of everything is bad.
Yeah.
So that is why we always, all our products have labels, it has directions for use, and we also go extra mile to do a research on how to consume these things.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will believe like, you know, if you take the Moringa overdose, it will cause complications.
Yeah.
It does happen, but on a very, 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 you know, rare circumstances. Because if you cannot take 10 kilos of Moringa powder and eat it a day, even if it is a Moringa powder, even sugar, if you take 10 kilos a day, it can cause you harm. So how we do our measurement is we try to make sure we do everything in moderate.
Yeah.
In small portions.
Are you following standards? Because I'm aware that when it comes to the Moringa, it's globally tested and accepted.
Exactly.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so is there any guideline of how to use Moringa globally that you follow?
Yeah, so the good thing about Moringa is like it was not found in the Gambia and it was not found decades ago. It was found centuries ago by people that have done numerous tests, and then all the information is online. So if you go there, you can actually have something that is going to guide you towards what you are going to do, and that is the biggest part, the biggest advantage for me, because it's not like it's an innovation that just started 2 weeks ago.
You don't have to go to another country to get it tested.
Exactly, because already scientists are still doing research on it. It's called the miracle tree because scientifically it has been proven that it can cure and prevent more than 300 diseases in the human body.
Okay.
And that's a huge lot of diseases that this thing can cure in the human body. But even with that, scientists are still trying to
further
research about the harmful side effects that these things can have in the human body. But some of the side effects that it can have were said to be, if you want to use birth controls, you can use it. But even with that, scientists are still saying it might. It's not a 100% guarantee that it does happen. So like we said, research is being still done, and we are also following the trends to make sure we are updated, because this is our business. So it will be our business to make sure if we have any latest development concerning it, for us to be in the loop so that we can also educate our customers about it.
Okay, great. So now talk to us about the challenges. Challenges, Mom. I ask that to all entrepreneurs. Challenges are different, and it is good because entrepreneurship is the real deal now. So it's absolutely good to be talking about your challenges so that other young startups that are just coming in will be able to put those things into consideration. So talk to me about yours.
So one of the biggest challenges we have is the Gambians trying to, you know, accept and adapt to made in the Gambian products. That's the biggest challenge, because I feel like other countries, the reason why entrepreneurs in those particular countries are succeeding is not because people are coming from outside to buy it. It's because their citizens believe in the product and then they are using it. If we look at the amount of imports in this country, let us just try to interiorize it, like looking at it at a different perspective, where everything that is consumed in the Gambia was made in the Gambia, and then you see what it would have done to the business. We will not need government funding. We will not need people to come and invest in our business, because the business is already making money. So that's the one challenge we have.
Why ñu ne bariwul leen ba pare ñu ne young people itam dañ tayal xam nga yow yaa ngi fi yaa ngi def lii waaye ndax sa ñaata moo am si biti.
Loolu tamit it can be true, because the work is very stressful, because if you are not somebody who is passionate, one, who is persistent, two, and who knows what he or she is doing, you easily give up. Because if you enter the market, in the made in the Gambia product market, you face a lot of challenges, like product loss, la nga defar bagage ken du jënda, you tend, especially ñun some products nga xamne they are natural, we don't put exactly the shelf lifespan is not much, so bari 1 month or 2 months. And whereas other products can survive in the shelf life, in the shelves of mini markets for 1 year, 1.5 years. So the argument is different. And then they are producing at a larger quantity. They produce at a smaller quality, and then if that happens, the cost of production they're different, because if you produce higher, the cost of production becomes lower. But if you at a lower scale, the cost of production becomes higher. That is why they complain the Gambia it's the cost of production and the quantity. Imagine
access to finance is a problem. I'm always told by entrepreneurs.
Access to finance also is a problem. Why, man, I will not take that as a challenge. If the business is really working, am a way out. Because it doesn't make sense that when you get 1 million invest in a business it's not making sales. Whereas so fake on a young start with 10,000 and then every day you make a sales of 20,000. Put that in a year. It will be more than the million that you were asking for. So man, I'm always trying to advocate for the rapid market growth. And then you let it, so that we can bootstrap. There's this strategy that I always use, which is bootstrapping. Like, so yeah, $100, I say 50, the other 50, or something else. Make sure you add your value and then the capacity of production. So don't produce 10 products and then now you have 20, 30, and then it goes higher.
Sure.
Okay, I'm waiting for 1 million to come and invest in my business to increase my production capacity and things like that. So that's also a challenge. The other challenge we have here is access to skill. Gambian you don't get fit. Dañoo jug rek def dara te duñ ko jàng. And it's always a problem.
Okay.
Métier doo ko lambatu.
Okay.
It can happen. Some people are gifted.
On the job.
Yes. Some people are gifted. Yes. But even if with that, you have to go and do research.
Okay.
In order for people to appreciate it, you have to take it for you to, bring out that finished touch.
Glowy patch.
Exactly.
Yes.
Even though it's precious, but it doesn't show value. So the same as Meche vitamin. Man, when I started this, I was not taught. Don't work toxic and mujangal. It was something that came to me. I'm not okay. This is something that I know how to do. Wow. I'm the only one who knows how to do it, but I didn't do that. Training, it's capacity building.
I think I said that at the beginning, yes, which is very important.
And be keen, a keen listener. Listen to the best of my ability. Make sure because there's always this proverb that always comes to my head. If I go to any training, it's always difficult to fill a full cup. So if you go to any training, unlearn everything that you have learned so that you'll be able to learn something new. Exactly.
Yeah.
Why? So if you have the belief, and then you go and sit in the room, it's just a waste of time.
Sure.
So a lot of time is a
that
challenge.
is true. So now let's take a look at this. Leader family doing galamlade.
Yes.
Seems like it. This one.
Yes. This one is the Moringa body butter.
Okay.
It's made from 100% shea butter mixed with our Moringa oil and other essential oils like baobab oil, olive oil, castor oil, cod liver oil. It also have a little bit of eucalyptus oil.
Wow.
So it all tends to, give you that natural glow. Because my family, everybody that knows me knows that that's what I use. I don't use any other product. And then as a person that has also suffered from skin pigmentation from this hydroquinone, hydroquinone, it affected me. So and then you tend to wonder what happened.
Okay.
And then they will tell you it doesn't have hydroquinone, but then some people will tell you 1%, whereas it's 5%.
Yeah.
So that was when I started the brand of making natural cosmetics product like soaps, body butters, and facial scrubs, all made from Moringa and natural.
So taking a hand setan kir hitna mubuga mixal bopam. Like you have, how easy will that be?
It can be easy, but what we do is, because so easily you never know this is shea butter because it's as white as cream.
Yes.
It has a machine that whips it.
Okay.
And it has to go through at regulated temperature to make sure that shea butter becomes from that bulky thing to something that has been
And
melted.
you have all those equipments?
Yeah, we have all those equipments where we process, and then we also make sure because of shea butter some natural vitamins or minerals yi nga xam ne mu ngi si biiram. So then they make sure that during the melting process, it is not lost.
Okay.
So we use the double boiler method. Sometimes we also use other methods yi nga xam ne they are suitable for the shea butter.
So okay. So due to time constraints, I really wish that this conversation continued anyway. Right. But the last part, just talk to me about the fact that you have a skill. How has that helped you as a woman? Because it's World Youth Skills Day, and it's important to bring these things out.
Yeah. So as a woman, because I'm more like a feminist, because I always try to encourage women, especially my fellow women and mothers that are out there. Ñi nga xam ne they are sitting down at one place di xaar ku leen jox. Ñi nga am xale, and then you know, kids sen buga can be very stressful if you don't know how to fulfill it. So li ma wax mooy benn métier tuutiwut. Even jaay gerte bi nga def sax bu ko xeeb, because soo ko demee ba mun ko ba mokkal ko ba ñëpp xamee la ko ku bëgg a gerte si yow la moo ñëw. And that can be a life-changing opportunity for you. So li ma wax mooy everybody should go and learn a skill. Whatever it is, just go and learn. But make sure you are passionate about it. Because to be honest, business can be very stressful. Because yow yaa dee nekk sa own, yow yaa nekk manager of the business, yaa nekk financial manager bi, yaa nekk operations manager bi, yaa nekk bookkeeper bi, yow yaa nekk store manager bi. You have to be everything. Ba ëllëg si biir nga mun a hire somebody else to come and, you know, assist.
Ndax yow hire nga?
Yeah, because of the pandemic, we have cut down the number of staff we are working with, but we are 4 in number.
Good.
We have a person that was responsible for operating our machines. I have an operational manager.
Good.
And I also had a salesperson, including myself. So we also distribute our products to outlets like Malak Chemist, Innovrex Global Health Store, Farm Fresh, Naya Munas. So we have different outlets in some products they can be accessible there. So that is the plea I am also going to give you.
Why dogu malasa why awa lena mu ngi si liggéey in general. Liggéey sa bu nekk meeti soo ko bëggutee du dem.
Exactly.
You know, sometimes du journalist bi, du doctor bi, du nurse bi. Soo ko bëggutee, it's not gonna work. Because sometimes nga dem ba give up. Ne okay, man sa bëggatuma li, bàyyi naa. But dafa am lu nekk si yow li nga xam ne moo la dee wax ne okay, you have to go, you have to go. So li nga wax dafa nekk loo xam ne dafa important. Passion. That passion is really important in whatever you are doing. If it's missing, you are failing. That is just it. So I think it's very important, that particular point you touched on.
Yeah, because I always, whatever, like people will come to me, I want to do this. The only first thing I will tell you is, are you bugangako? And then so I will tell you, hangako. If the answer is no,
oh, good.
If you say hangako, and then I'll tell you, pursue it. Because if you are passionate about it and then you know it,
go for it.
Go for it.
Yes.
Because the challenges, it will just be like, you know, doing play akara or something. Because you are passionate about it.
Exactly.
Because one limade gonna stress when it comes to youth business is da nga gis ko xamne tay she's doing fashion next year soko gisee bay na business bobu legi ma ngi ci jaay dala 3 months down the line you see her yi legi nekatuma ci lolu legi ma ngi jaay mesh.
Wow, consistency
bi because yaa ngi feel fofu non challenge gis nga fa ben like challenge mu ndaw rek daw nga. To tell you the truth, my first business I did, I invested 85,000. business dafa daan. It went to the ground. This business that I started, I used 50,000. Must start that again. So
fresh.
I started from the ground, and when I started also, I went to places in Ahamne. I was told point blank, it's so practical. How can you transform Moringa into all these products? Please, you don't do that. Sometimes I cry. I'll tell my husband, okay, I just want to quit. He will tell me, if you want to really go for this, go for it. Because if you know you can do it, just do it. And then, that was what really kept
there are
me
always
pushing.
People out there like when you're going forward, they're just like, guy, you need to come back, you need to come back. But if we don't, those things are really not necessary. Like you mentioned, passion is key. But due to time constraints, we will just keep the conversation here. Thank you so much, Ndeawa, for coming. You could just, you know, give young people your message out there.
So, what I always want to emphasize is people should be really cautious of their health. You know, because if you have money, you don't have health, you will not enjoy it.
Yes.
So let us be really keen, or let us be vigilant about what we put in our body. But after effect
is there.
Because to tell you the truth, this is only a cup of canned drink. You should drink like 2 liters of water to flush it in your system. Do we do that? No. Do we really know what we are eating? No. It's time to turn back to link hamon before we just jump into something linga hamne hamon go. And then all these medicines linga hamne, they got insurance but Prostamol bi nga naan rek mi ngi la fajal bopp metti mi ngi damay sa liver bi so side effects dafa bari but if you turn to these things yi nga xam ne maami ñoo ko fi bàyyil it improves your life so ñun suñ tagline bi is just eat and improve your quality of life lekka rek nga wér so we have products yi nga xam ne ranging from dañ dee defar moringa ebe dañ dee defar moringa fufu dañ dee defar moringa ice cream we make moringa seasonings we make like moringa oil so product
anyway for me at a personal level I like the fact that it has been tested and proven because man once a young person starts di defar dara the first question is lii ndax xam nga ban quantity la si borom na because liver bi moom is there te dañ dee wax ne okay it's that organ bi nga xam ne it can be disturbed with these things that you consume so that we have to put into place so I think it's important when you talked about research whenever you are about to start something research hamal if you don't you can fail down the line which is very important
just to put the trust out there I'm currently also working with Sheet Rates under the Youth Empowerment Project to make sure that we have our HACCP certifications and the GHP certifications yi nga xam ne dafa gën a tax doonal suñu products yi nga gis
and di ngeen mën a export
exactly so we are working on that process as well so and for other young people yi nga xam ne tamit they su ma waxee ne let them go and acquire skills ñi ngi wonder of where to go and find it they can also go to the Youth Empowerment Project yi nga xam ne they are out helping youths acquire skills after having the skill
startup
they can
incubator
give you the money to start your business we have startup incubator we have other institutions yi nga xam ne like NEDI
all of these organizations
exactly
thank you so much like I wish we had 1 hour for this but unfortunately thank you so much for coming I really appreciate you coming I guess we will follow your progress we will monitor and see what will happen. I'm sure that one day maybe you have a whole hub, a Moringa hub, you're going to call it over.
Yeah, we also working on that. We are working on having a Moringa factory. We already have our farm. So it's just a step-by-step.
Step-by-step process. Thank you so much, Naiawa. Our viewers, we will take a short break. When we come back, we will get to wrap it up. Viewers, that is all we have for you in this edition of the Youth Dialogue. But don't forget to connect with QTV on our different social media platforms. We're on YouTube, we're on Twitter, we are on Instagram. Subscribe on our YouTube channel, follow us on our different social media pages to stay connected with what QTV has to offer. My different social media handles are as well in front of you. Take it, call me, send me a message, give me recommendations, give me your comments. I will surely pen them down, if not even implement them. This outfit is provided by Rugis Creation. Her numbers are right in front of the screen. Take it, call her. She'll provide you an outfit as nice as this or even better. She's doing extremely well down there along the Manjai Highway. Her number is right in front. Take it, call her. The Tobaski is coming. So viewers, still I come your way next week with other young people doing extremely well across the country. Thank you.